Well, it says live over there.
Are we live? Oh, there we go. Hi, everybody. Mawdiay Faith here, and I am so very excited because I have Miss Amber Gabriel here with us as for this live video, and I am going to let her in a moment tell us about her books. But she gave me, I won her book giveaway for what books?
Well, for several. Why don't we open them and see?
Yay! I love book giveaways. This is the first book giveaway I've actually won. I've entered lots, but this is the first one that I've actually won.
Well,
so
congratulations.
I'm very excited. And me doing this live for her was not a condition of me winning the books. I chose to offer her this opportunity after I had won the books. So here we go.
She's so awesome.
Oh, well, thank you.
So here you go.
Wham! Yay!
The bag is a little big, but it is superhero themed, so that's.
I love the theme. I was just saying, I love this. I was about to say, I love the theme.
Let me just. Might have to throw it.
I was gonna say, let's
just to get to all of the stuff.
Woohoo! Oh, and a cute little shoe to go with it.
Yep, and we'll explain why that's important.
I was gonna say you should tell us the reason for that.
So that's the first one there.
So she has wrote in the Dose Files anthology with Heidi Burke.
Yes.
Heidi Burke. So she wrote about the rubber bandit in the Dose Files, and then there was the second one. And then she's continued with the rubber bandit with her novella Stretched Thin, and I am so excited to read these because I love Amber Gabriel's stories. Her stories are some of my favorite stories. So, and she has another book that is coming out soon with the Rubber Bandit. When is that coming out?
Well, the release date has not been set yet, but the Kickstarter begins tomorrow, and there's really exciting prizes and swag going with that. So
okay.
we can tell more about that after we talk about the other ones.
Sweet. So tell us how you got started with the books and kind of what they are.
So I'm gonna open up my phone back again here so I can get an excerpt out. But as an author, I love to read, so I know you do too. So that's why we write. We start as readers and we're like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever, to be immersed in another world, and then eventually start writing your own. So in between writing my own books, I like to read authors that have similar types of writing. And H.L. Burke has a lot of the same things that I like to read and write, like clean fiction, but still gritty and realistic and dealing with things that normal people deal with, but with the fantasy and the adventure and the peril and near-death experiences, on top of that. Yes. So I really enjoy her fantasy superhero universe because it has it's very similar to our own, so it's like a parallel universe that has Christianity in it, so you can still talk about God and bring that into where it's more difficult to do that in a fantasy setting.
Oh, sure.
So she wrote quite a few stories in her superhero universe, and then decided she was going to do an anthology and open it up to other authors to write in her universe, so like authorized fan fiction, which is kind of unusual, but super fun. So as soon as I saw that, I knew which character I had to talk about, which is the Rubber Bandit, a super funny character. So I was going to read the excerpt from his very first appearance in Heidi's book, Refined. So here is that first appearance. Prism's heart leapt into her throat. Fade clutched her shoulder and ghosted her and himself. They leaped up together and spun around, knocking their chairs out of the van into the parking lot. A hand zipped forward on the end of a grotesquely elongated arm and grabbed at Fade, only to pass right through him. Cody ducked under his desk. "Rubber Bandit!" he yelped. A thin man in a shining pink eraser jumpsuit stood near Prism and Fade's car. He drew his arm back towards his body. Prism's stomach churned as it reshaped into a normal size and shape. "Don't worry, Thorax, I'm not here for you," Rubber Bandit cackled, his voice irritatingly high. "You can bug out if you want. I won't stop you." So that is his very first appearance. He's very, very extreme. Yeah, well, Cody or Thorax is another fan favorite in the series who reappears a lot.
I was going to say.
And I actually bring him into Stretch Thin also because Cody is very, very funny as well. So it was kind of a gag character to begin with. Heidi never imagined that anybody was going to pick him up and make a longer story arc out of him. So it's kind of funny, those things that you choose as an author. He's got an eraser pink jumpsuit to start out with, and his voice was irritatingly high pitched. So I didn't want to have, a character when I took him over that was going to always be speaking really high pitched. That would be super annoying and not romantic when you get to anything like that. So I made it to where when he's stretched, it stretches his vocal cords.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so he only has the high voice when he stretches himself. The rest of the time it's normal.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, and then in Heidi's story, short spoiler, he gets arrested. So when I take over, he gets let out on a technicality.
Oh.
But because they know now his alter ego or his villain persona, or villain handle, and who he really is, his identity, so then he ditches the pink jumpsuit. So we get rid of all of the super, kind of ridiculous, fun but really ridiculous things there, so that we can gradually make him a little bit more real and believable. Yeah, as it goes on.
Well, very good. I'm very excited. I can't wait to start reading these. Thank you, Amber.
You're welcome.
So, what's the story with the little shoe?
Okay, so that's an homage to Heidi's original pink jumpsuit. So he likes pink. He does like pink.
Oh, okay.
And so when he has to get rid of his jumpsuit, then he gets a pair of pink high tops. I also had a pair of pink high tops when I was a middle schooler, like 7th grade, 40 years ago.
Yes. Well, thank you so very much. That's very cute, and I'm excited to read these. What's the title? Are you releasing the title of the upcoming one yet?
Yeah, the title is out. It's called Bouncing Back.
There we go.
Yeah, so most of the titles have a stretchy or elastic type of title to them.
So I know. I believe I set a poll. Let's see if it. I don't know if it actually went, but if it hasn't, let's see if I can get that up for you.
Yeah, it looks like it's down in the comments. The poll was posted.
I can't remember if I had to do something for it to be posted or if it just started. Anyhow, if you see the poll, you should definitely. It's not published. Here, haha. I think.
Oh, there you go.
Let me try.
Poll.
I'm trying to activate the poll. So if you see it, give us a thumbs up. And if you have any other comments or questions, leave them in the comments below. That would be lovely. Because she has lots of other books too. Any other comments or questions?
I'm putting it on my phone.
Technical difficulties here.
So I gotta mute that.
So.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yep.
Okay, good. So the poll is now live. So you should definitely answer the question on that. And one of my favorite books of her books is Frame of Reference. I loved reading that. She gave it to me as I was one of her art team. So you can also see my review. Thank you. Review on my Facebook page if you're interested in that. So, and I've left pictures of her other books also on this event page, so you should look at those too. What was the most fun to write?
Oh, that's hard. I think The Princess of Everywhere was one of the most fun to write because I was researching camels.
Oh.
And I met Doug Baum of the U.S. Army Camel Experiment um, page, who keeps camels, and I got to go and learn how to ride a camel. And now I take groups out to visit his ranch and ride camels. So meeting people through research and talking and selling books and all that is one of the most fun parts of being an author.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The journey you take in the writing process.
Yes. Yes. Princess of Everywhere was one of my favorite books too, because I loved how she took Bashalis, one of the other characters, and gave her such a beautiful redemption arc. So, who do you have a favorite character in the Dosa Files and Stretched Thin, other than Rubber Bandit?
Well, let's see. Thorax, or Cody, is one of Heidi's other characters that I include in Stretched Thin. So he's fun. He is lives in his van and keeps bugs. He's a bug charmer. That's his power. But he also is a very, very good hacker. So it's hard to say. There are so many great characters in Heidi's universe, but I only borrowed a couple of them for these stories.
Okay.
One of the other ones is Right Cross, who's a power sable.
Okay.
Sable is the term for super abled. That's what she calls the super powered people in her universe. And so Right Cross starts out in Heidi's book Refined as a little bit jaded, or not in a. She's kind of a negative person in that book a little bit, and not very helpful to the heroes.
Oh, okay.
So in her backstory, I have that she's divorced, so she doesn't have a very good outlook on romance and relationships, and she has a young daughter who comes into bouncing back, who has epilepsy.
Oh.
So that's and I have a seizure alert dog for her. So that's one of the fun things researching that book, is learning about service dogs and service animals.
Okay. Well, very cool. Very cool. Yep. Well, is there anything else you would like to tell us about these books or your other books?
They're just all very fun and very punny. Of course, the series in this one, the story in this one, the short story "Oh Snap," has lots of has lots of stretchy jokes and things like that.
Oh, very good. Is that the one you wrote, Oh Snap?
Yes. So Oh Snap is the Rubber Bandit story in this one.
Okay. Okay. Very good. And I forgot to tell you guys how we actually met.
Oh yeah. So we knew each other before the
book
giveaway. Yeah.
The book giveaway. So I have written a story, and I was working on trying to promote Fearful's Journey Through the Desert.
It's a great story.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And if you're interested in my story, it's an allegory, and the link is somewhere on the live video, so you should check that out. But I was working on promoting my book on Facebook, and dear Amber said she posted my post on her stuff to share it and to promote me. So I really appreciated that. And then the friendship just continued, and we're both teachers, so
Yeah, we have a lot in common actually.
We do.
You were homeschooled too for a while, weren't you?
I was homeschooled.
Yeah, so was I. Part of most of my education, really.
Yep. Homeschooling was good.
Woohoo!
So, well, thank you.
Well, do you need to tell us a little bit more about Fearful's Journey Through the Desert?
Yes. Well, can you grab it off of the shelf? You see it? So, Fearful's Journey Through the Desert. Fearful is afraid of everything she says and does, and one day Prince Anointed One offers her an amazing opportunity, and will she accept it? And one of my favorite parts of Fearful's Journey is actually on page 22, so let me read that to you real quick. According to the laws my father set, you are to be serving my father, yet he gives you free will to disobey. Now, since you were a child and had no choice but to go where your parents went, you were a slave of Prince Iniquity. However, now you have a choice. Until you make the choice to serve my Father, though, you are still under the power of Prince Iniquity. I can make you one promise, however. I will never be so far away that you can't call for help wherever you are. And I love that quote. I will never be so far away that you can't call for help wherever you are. So I just, Fearful's journey through the desert. Fearful has so many questions for Prince Anointed One. Is he? My fingers are all over the place. Prince Anointed One, and some of them he will answer. Some of them she has to figure out on her own, and some she won't figure out until she's already made her decision whether or not to follow Prince Anointed One. So that is Fearful's journey through the desert. I've had lots of people liken it to Pilgrim's Progress and Hinds Feet on High Places. Have you read Hinds Feet on High Places?
Yes. Well, my mom read that to us when we were kids.
Okay. My mom read it to us too as when we were kids. And that was actually the book that inspired me to write Fearful's Journey Through the Desert. The biggest difference is that Fearful's Journey Through the Desert is more focused on salvation, whereas Hinds Feet on High Places and Pilgrim's Progress are both sanctification.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
I wonder if people know what that means.
That is a very good question. That is a very good point. Sanctification, working out your salvation by growing closer to Jesus, working on the faults that we have. Like one that I've been struggling with lately is anger, and trying to be at peace with those who are around me, and being loving and kind, even when people are hard to love and be kind to.
I would never know you struggled with that because you're like the most kindest, sweetest person ever.
Well, thank you. Until in really close relationship, and the personality difference.
Everything breaks down.
Personality difference start to come up, and you realize, we're very different in many ways. The same in a lot of ways, but different in others.
Right.
And communication can sometimes be challenging. So, learning how to communicate the way Jesus would.
I think that's true for everybody.
Yes. So sanctification is learning to grow closer to Jesus and be more like Jesus, whereas salvation is simply accepting the gift that he has given us of forgiveness for our sins.
So in Fearful's journey through the desert, her biggest struggle is whether she's going to take that leap or not, and basically changing her allegiance. That's very clear, and that's what's happening.
Yeah. Because she starts out as a slave to Prince Iniquity, who, spoiler alert, is the devil, who is a cruel master, and so everything she does is laced with fear because Prince Iniquity is so cruel. And so a lot of her questions are, for Prince Anointed One, is related to who are you, and are you really better than Prince Iniquity? So she has to figure that out.
It's a great story. And you're working on another one, right?
I am.
Follow up?
I am. So I am writing a story that is actually 10 season cycles after Fearful's Journey Through the Desert, and it is a Christmas story. So hopefully one of these days I'll get to release it somewhere near Christmas. But anyhow, that has also been a fun story to write.
Yes, I got to read an early version of that one, and it's like reading a hug.
Aw, thank you. That's like one of my favorite compliments I've ever gotten. In fact, I think that I have it on Instagram, and every once in a while I'll just have to go back and read that review, because I'm like, oh, that's like one of my favorites. Because one of my aims for my books is that I can show people the hope of Jesus' love. So,
Amen.
Yep. Well, is there anything else you would like to discuss before we say goodbye to everybody?
Well, really quickly before we sign off, I do want to explain what a Kickstarter is for people that don't know that. And that's what Heidi and I are running for Bouncing Back. Because especially for indie authors, when you're collaborating, there's expenses that are in there that are hard to recoup if you spend too much up front.
Sure.
Because indie authors are using all of their own money to get cover art and things like that. So a Kickstarter is a way of basically buying the book before it comes out.
Oh, sure.
So that you have enough funding to do what you want to do with the book.
Yeah.
So this Kickstarter will fund if we reach our stretch goals. It's very funny. There's stretch goals. That's what they're always called, even though this is stretched thin. It's kind of funny.
An ironic connection.
Yes. So one of the stretch goals is to get a audiobook version of Stretched Thin out there.
Fun.
And and when you back the Kickstarter, you also get some other fun swag. So, like Heidi's daughter has created a couple of really cute stickers.
Oh, very nice.
One is a sticker of Ginger, the seizure alert dog.
Okay.
That says "Don't pet me, I'm working." So that also helps promote, I can't think. Yes, thank you. Service animal awareness. Because most people know you shouldn't pet the service dog, but some do anyway. One thing I learned when I was researching that is that you also shouldn't ask for the dog's name. Like, don't ask, what's your dog's name? Because if you're saying the dog's name, that distracts them from their job.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, so that was, I didn't know that either. Basically, you're just supposed to let the dog do what it's
supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Interesting.
So that sticker is one of the things that you can earn by backing a Kickstarter.
Okay.
Plus, there's a flying shark.
Flying
not
shark?
Not with wings or anything like that, but the shark is flying through the air. And I'm not sure if I want to tell the whole story about why that is happening.
I was going to say, that sounds
there may be some shark throwing happening in Bouncing Back.
Shark throwing.
So you'll have to read to find out why. But the first 48 hours of the Kickstarter, people who back it then get a special personalized letter from the Rubber Bandit that's part of his restitution process.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's one of the things as a Christian I really wanted to put into Heidi's rehabilitation universe, because that's what it's called, the supervillain rehabilitation universe. And she's really focused on helping people get back on track and showing that people can change and what God can do in you when you let Him.
Okay, that's really cool.
So part of his restitution process is to write letters to the people that he's wronged.
Oh.
So you get a personal letter to do that. So that's what a Kickstarter is funding the book beforehand. So of course if you are contributing to that, you're going to get either an ebook or a paperback book depending on the level and kind of stuff like that. So it's kind of fun.
Okay. So, I had another question about, are you who's writing the Rubber Bandit?
Oh, yes.
Letters.
So that depends on how many people back in the first 48 hours.
Okay.
So it will be written by either me or Heidi, and Heidi, of course, introduced him in the beginning, so he's her character too. So one or the other of us will write the restitution letters. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
And ChatGPT will not be writing.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Oh boy, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Anyhow, and where do people go to find the Kickstarter?
Let's see. I guess I didn't give you a link to that or anything ahead of time. Should have thought of it. But if you go to my page, the Amber Gabriel author, there's plenty of links for H.L. Burks.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure that I have hyperlinked Amber Gabriel's Facebook page to the description of this video. So you should check out her page so you can find her Kickstarter and all of her other books. Go read them. They're great.
I also do have a couple of free reader magnets. So, the I and the Magic Pen, the elementary chapter book is free.
Nice.
And then on all ebook platforms. And then The Lost Bride of Verda is free.
Oh yes,
on all
I like
platforms
that
as
one
well.
too. Very good, very good. Well, thank you, Amber, for coming and joining me and being willing to do this interview on your day of work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, well, I'm glad you guys could join us. I hope that you'll check out Amber Gabriel's books and check out Fairfield's Journey Through the Desert. Anyhow, God bless. Bye.